We're back with this image of the clonetool.cr2 file, and I renamed these layers clone stamp and original so we can see what the clone stamp looks like and what the original stamp look like, or the original photo. I'm going to duplicate the original and put it on top of the clone stamp and rename this healing brush. I want to show you the difference between the clone stamp and what you can do with the healing brush. I'm going to zoom in here again to my knee. We're fixing that gravel problem on my knee. And then move right in the center with the hand tool. And then I'm going to select the Spot Healing Brush tool, J on your keyboard right here. What this does is I can literally just paint over my knee right now. You can change the size and the hardness right there and see what happens when I paint over. It looks like I'm painting over a shadow. Just paint over the spot that you want to fix. And then you see that it almost perfectly fixed it. It didn't quite fix it. It's taking other areas of this image and trying to automatically basically use a clone stamping technique to fix it. So I'm just going to paint over here again. Just keep painting a little bit. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. And there you have it. A quick way to heal a part of the knee. So here's the healing brush. Here's the clone stamp. Here's the original. Here's the original healing brush. So it looks a little dark. It's a little funky. It's not perfect, but it's very unnoticeable. I'm going to make one more copy of the original just by dragging it into the new layer button, dragging up here. And this time I'm going to use the healing brush tool. So if I double click this and call this healing brush, actually this first one is the spot healing. So I'll call that spot healing. Now with this healing brush layer selected and the healing brush tool selected, I'm going to go over here for my knee. I'm going to paint on, or try to paint on, and it says, nope, wait a second. You have to select what part you want to clone, similar to the clone tool. So I'm going to option click right here to the right of where my selection is. Alt click if you're on a PC. And then the same thing, I'm just going to paint over here, just paint over like so, and see what happens. It does the same thing as the clone tool, but it tries to blend it better. It's not a direct copy and paste, it's trying to blend it. So I'm gonna do it again over here. This part is a little bit dark and I don't like that. I'm just gonna try to take some of the lighter areas over here, blend it a little, try to blend it a little bit better. Something like that. So now if I zoom out, you can see the healing brush, original, healing brush, original, healing brush, original. Let's do one more copy of the original. Just Command J will actually copy it. And this time I'm going to call it the patch tool. So I'll double click this and rename it patch tool. Then I'm going to zoom in right here with the zoom tool, pressing Z on my keyboard. Then choosing the patch tool. See what happens. I'm going to outline this area right here. I'm going to click and drag and hold down and just go over this entire area. I think I have to do that one more time. I'm going to undo and just make sure that I get the very edge of the gravel. Something like that. Now this area is selected, and what I can do is literally just click and drag in here and drag to the left. You see what's happening? This little patch that I've selected is now being copied from wherever I'm dragging this. So I'm just going to move it to the right here, and it tries to do it in a smart way. So it kind of blends it. And do it a little bit more, just blend it over there. So now I have that. So that is the patch tool and then the original. Patch tool, original. Patch tool, and then let's see the healing brush, the spot healing brush, the clone stamp, and then the original. So they all look a little bit different, and you can actually use these together in different ways, but in the end, I think any of these tools are a great way to remove this gravel. In a future lesson, we're going to do a quick lesson on how to remove pimples with the spot healing brush, and it's a lot easier to do small things like a pimple than it is gravel on a knee. But now you know how to use these different tools and you can kind of see what each of them does. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next lesson.